Scalebound won't die. In an interview with IGN Japan, Hideki Kamiya from Platinum Games pleads to Phil Spencer, let's do Scalebound. Let's talk about that. Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in to Fun Speculation here on YouTube. If you like this content, please hit the like button, share, and subscribe to the channel. I want to know everybody's thoughts on this after you watch the video. Hit me up in the comments below. I'm going to ask you a question. Should Phil Spencer give them another chance? Now, let's get to this interview. So, IGN Japan had an interview with Platinum Games Hideki Kamiya, and pretty much they were saying, hey, we would like to still do Scalebound, and that it's pretty much up to Phil Spencer. And they're pretty much in this article pleading to Phil. They're saying that, hey, they would like to have contact with him if possible to talk about this project, and also, let's do it, Phil. That's what they say. Now, in the past, it's come out that, hey, maybe Platinum Games didn't spend the money in the past accordingly that Microsoft had paid to them for the development of Scalebound originally, not getting the job done on that game, hence it eventually being canceled. Potentially, some say using those funds towards other projects. Still stuff that is being used today in some of their newer games came from some of that those funds that were paid to them to maybe develop Scalebound. So here's the question, pros and cons, right? You get burned once from Platinum Games. You get burned by Hideki Kamiya. Do you go back to them if they want to come to you and they say, hey, let's do this still, I really want to do this, we're sorry. They have publicly come out and acknowledged that it was their fault since then. However, they did let Microsoft take the blame on this for years, and it kind of hurt a lot of the mind share from fans' perspective. It also hurt, just kind of, at the time, it was a really bad time. You had a lot of cancellations, you had studio closures, this was a bitter pill to swallow for a lot of Xbox fans because this was a highly anticipated game. So years later now, Microsoft's on the up and up. They're doing really well. They're investing heavily in games, and now all of a sudden Platinum Games like, hey, let's do this. We got this. It's a dream game still of ours. Let's get it done. Now, cons. You've been burned once. You could potentially get burned again. Right? You say, yeah, let's do it. You go to them. They continue to mess around, not get the game done, use the funds for other projects, whatever. And you end up, again, with the same situation. Con number 2, it's been years that the game has been in development, and maybe it's not as current or relative anymore. Also, you have IO's Interactive's rumored Project Dragon game. Who knows how similar of a concept that may be to this. So do they necessarily need it, right? Another con is you take away funds that could be used towards another project as well. So and then I think the biggest con is swallowing your pride, saying, hey, you burned me, I'm still going to do business with you. Like, do you do that, right? If you're Phil Spencer, do you accept that, hey, these guys screwed up, I'm going to give them another chance? Is that a possibility? I don't know. With how it went down, a lot of people are completely against this. So is Phil. Who knows? Now let's look at the potential positives. You have a chance to get another new game. As a consumer, it's not my money Microsoft's spending. If they end up burning it, I don't care, right? I would like to play a new game. Scalebound, to me, had a lot of potential. It looked really cool. If that game did get finished, it's still something I would be excited to play. So that's a pro. Another pro is that if it does work out and you do end up establishing a better relationship with Platinum, then you have another studio you can go to, a Japanese studio that can make high quality games. They've been making high quality games even since Scalebound with Nier Automata and games like this. So, is it something you look at? Swallowing this bitter pill, accepting that, hey, you know what, you guys screwed us over, but we're still going to give you another chance. in the hopes that you could potentially have more of a relationship with another Japanese studio bringing you action games to the platform. I don't know. I want to know what you guys think. We kind of looked at the pros and cons here. And for me personally, if you're going to ask me, I would say it's not my money that Microsoft is willing to chill out on stuff like this. So if they want to take the risk, I'm all for it, because at the end of the day, for me, it just means more games if it works out. If it doesn't work out, I think Microsoft's going to be okay. And then you just never do business with them again. They are reaching out here. So yeah, it's a little, is it a pride swallowing thing? Is it like, hey, you know what? Like, you know, you screwed me over. It's hard to do business with somebody like that. So I get that. But at the same time, if you're looking out for your consumers, sometimes you do bite that pill, right? Sometimes you do look out and say, long term, maybe what's the best interest here? Long term, are we able to establish a better relationship with them and maybe get things on track to where we can get more of these Japanese style games to Game Pass, to Xbox, to our ecosystem? A lot to consider here, guys. I put a Twitter post out there earlier and it got a lot of mixed feedback. Most people say no, absolutely not. Don't give them another chance. Some are saying, yes, I was really excited about that game. Right? So tell me what you think. Does Phil Spencer give them a second chance, or should he give them a second chance to bring Scalebound to Xbox in the future? Have a good one. Take it easy, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye.